Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenna. Like Tyler said, we got the shots fired call, so I was going to back him up on 2nd Avenue North. As he said, as soon as I got there and stepped out of my patrol vehicle, we started hearing the announcements being made. Kind of had that confused look on, is this really what we're hearing right now? After he notified Sergeant Miller, we were trying to think of the best way of action. We were making sure the entry code worked. As soon as Cypus showed up, he and I started knocking on doors, waiting for Sergeant Miller and everyone else to arrive on scene. We were able to clear the first floor, and then Sergeant Miller, in his thinking, had us come back out and move our patrol vehicles to a more strategic position, so if we needed to go back to our patrol cars, we wouldn't be affected at all. So I'm giving him credit for that, for probably not only saving our lives, but saving our patrol vehicles and the way that he had us positioned. So we go back in, start clearing floor by floor on the 2nd Avenue North apartments. Once we made contact with everyone we could and made sure that they were getting out of the building is when we started to move down, keeping in communication with dispatch, trying to get entry codes for all the Airbnbs that were on 2nd Avenue North, trying to make entry. At this point is when we'd heard the 14 minutes until detonation announcement, so we're moving as quickly as we can. We make it all the way down to 2nd and Commerce. There's actually a B detail officer that I'd been in contact with that lives in one of those apartments, asking him if he was okay, telling him what was going on, and then if he could start helping evacuate people out of his building, because we did not have access to it at that point. Once we'd made it to 2nd and Commerce, we realized there wasn't much else that we could do once we evacuated and made contact with everybody that we could. So I told everyone it's probably best that we just go back to our vehicles and regroup until the bomb squad gets out there and we figure out what we need to do from there. At that point, we had heard the 3 minutes until detonation. So myself, Llewellyn, and Cypos had headed back northbound on 2nd. I had made the turn onto Church Street while Tyler went to go talk to Sergeant Miller, and that's when the explosion happened. I was thrown forward, knocked to the ground, but I was able to catch myself. I was fine. At that point in time, I tried to get the air, but Amanda had beaten me to it, letting everyone know, or letting dispatch know, what had happened. I made a phone call to a loved one to let them know that I was okay, and then I ran to the intersection to check on Miller and Llewellyn to make sure they were okay. Saw Cypos running towards the intersection as well. That's what I got on the radio to make sure Wells was okay. Couldn't get a response from him, but from the blast he had some hearing loss. So that's when Amanda got on, said that he was okay. So I was just trying to make sure all of our people were okay, and then going from there, trying to figure out what was the best course of action to keep everyone that was either in the immediate blast area that we weren't able to evacuate, or anyone that was coming in, and how to best keep them safe.